I'm Lance. I'm going to be talking to you today about your workplace and your role there.
Okay.
So, do you want to tell me about yourself and your job?
Yeah, my name's Caitlin. I've been working here at Dunkin' Donuts for about 2 years. My job really varies. I kind of go all over the place. Sometimes I'll be working the register, sometimes I work the drive-through, kind of just wherever they need me. So yeah.
Okay. So, I'm going to ask you a few questions. Do you feel like you have enough time to complete your work duties?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's a little busy. Our schedule kind of revolves around the rush. So in the morning, when it's work time, we're really busy. And then by like 11 o'clock, there aren't that many people. But then people love to come get coffee in the afternoon. So we're busy then. So we usually try to do like the maintenance work, like cleaning and making things. We like to do that
Okay.
like in the off peak times. But it can get pretty busy.
Okay. So, what about your job is challenging? Are there any parts of your job that you don't feel qualified to do?
No, I don't think my job is that hard, honestly. I just make coffee and like lattes, and I make some food sometimes, but really anybody could do it if you just taught them how. I Wait, what was the first part of the question?
Um, what about your job is challenging?
Oh, well, sometimes it's hard to manage our time. Like I said, we like to do maintenance work in the off peak times. And like on Saturdays, it's busy all day because people sleep late and then they come in at like 11 o'clock, and that's usually when I would be cleaning the coffee pots. And so it's really hard. But usually it's okay.
Okay. So, what do you enjoy the most about your work? And, what do you enjoy the most about your work?
I like talking to the customers. Most of the people that come, they come like every day. I don't know if you know this, but there's kind of like a feud between Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks.
I've heard.
So the people that oh you have okay, so the people that come to Dunkin' Donuts, they would never go to Starbucks.
Really?
And no, Dunkin' Donuts is by far superior. Starbucks says they have like fair trade coffee, but I listened to this podcast on NPR that said that's just like a crock and it's not even real. They're still not paying their coffee farmers well. So I really like talking to the customers. They're loyal. I see them every day, so they usually tip me pretty well. People that buy coffee every day, they maintain a certain kind of lifestyle, so they can tip me pretty well.
Okay. What do others think about what you do?
Well, do you mean like the customers or my employees? Like, what do the customers think about what I do?
I mean, like others in general, as in
Like my coworkers?
No, like your mom.
My mom. Well, they're really proud of me because I'm actually in grad school. And so I'm in grad school, busy as all get out. And I'm still working at Dunkin' Donuts, and I go in at like 5 o'clock every morning.
Impressive.
So they're very proud of me.
Okay.
But also, I think they're like happy that I'm doing something else. Like if this was my end goal, my career was just gonna be working at Dunkin' Donuts, I don't know how happy they would be.
True. How does your work schedule impact other areas of your life?
Well,
For example, your social life.
Oh, okay. Well, it's tricky. Like I said, I'm in grad school. So I'm really busy because I'll get up, go into Dunkin' Donuts at like 5 in the morning. And then I have to be at class by like 10 or 11 o'clock. And then I get out of class at like 3. Sometimes I work after school. Most of the time I work before school. But then I had to get up at like 4 o'clock to be at work by 5. So I'm tired. I usually go to bed at like 7 o'clock. So I've got to do homework. I've got all these projects. This semester we're actually learning about assessments and how to administer different assessments. And so that's tricky. So I'm just trying to make it. But it makes things hard for sure.
I bet. Since you work as part of a team, what do you think teamwork entails?
Well, I think teamwork, you just need to be flexible, be kind of willing to do what other people need you to do. We usually don't know what position we're gonna be working in when we get there, so maybe I come in one day and the guy working the drive-thru is getting off,
Mm-hmm.
And so like I'll do that, but then sometimes I'll go in the morning and someone needs to be at the counter, so I'll do that. So it's kind of, I think teamwork's just about being flexible.
Okay. And so you feel like you're an important part of the team?
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit. There's a lot of high school kids that work there, so I think
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit older. So I think a little bit more of the delegating responsibilities fall on my shoulders.
Ah.
Like I'm really the same position they are, but they still look at me like, "What am I supposed to do?"
Mm-hmm.
And they listen to me when I tell them to do things, but I think it's just because I'm older than them.
Mm-hmm. So do you hang out with your coworkers outside of work?
No, they're in high school, so it'd be kind of weird.
Okay.
Uh, I'm too old to hang out with them, and I think they're like Visco girls, and they like JoJo Siwa and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really into that. Like I think they like kid stuff.
So who do you socialize with during work then?
Oh well, I'll talk to them when I'm at work. I just think it would
Okay.
be inappropriate to like hang out with them when I wasn't working.
Oh, okay. How many supervisors do you have?
Well, there's the franchise owner. His name's Mark,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have a couple of store managers. I think there's three. And there's usually one of them there on any given shift. But the franchise owner, he doesn't really come much. He's just, in and out to make sure things are running well.
So how often do you get feedback, and is that feedback valuable?
Yeah, we get feedback quite a bit from our managers. Usually the franchise owner's just like mad that we're giving out too many napkins or some
Mhm.
petty stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the managers are pretty good. They understand how it actually works, what we actually do in a given day. So they're pretty good. I think they appreciate my help. Like they think I'm a good worker.
Okay.
Maybe I'm like the assistant manager, just not formally.
Oh.
I didn't get the pay raise, but I think I get some
Inanely?
responsibilities.
Okay. Okay. So how is the climate of your workplace?
Um, it's nice. Sometimes when I'm working the drive-through window, I get cold
Oh, what I meant
if
was.
it's cold outside.
What I meant was, is it competitive or is it relaxed?
Oh. Um, it's not really that competitive. I mean, as I said, I'm kind of the best, so
Mm-hmm.
if there's competition, I won. But there's not really. Oh, you know what? Maybe it is competitive. Maybe I misled you.
Uh-huh.
So we get rewards
Oh.
if we get people to sign up for our loyalty app.
Uh-huh.
So we have an app. You can actually pay for your purchases from the app, so you don't even have to carry cash.
Mm-hmm.
You get points, and when you get so many points, you get a free beverage. Anything.
Oh, wow.
Like you get a large latte. You get anything, any free beverage.
So does this competition impact your productivity in any way? Make it better or worse?
It probably makes it better. It makes me try better. Do you have the Dunkin' Donuts app?
No.
I could show you how to download it,
Okay.
and
Sure.
you could tell my boss that I showed you. It's right here. See, America runs on Dunkin'. And look, you can gift. They have a Beyond sausage sandwich. Maybe when we're done talking, you could download the app,
Okay.
and I could show you how it would work.
Mhm.
And you could tell my boss that I told you, right? Okay.
How much negotiating room is there for you in terms of determining what is done during your workday? And are you comfortable with this?
There's not really much. I mean, at any given time, I have to help the customers when they're there.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to do that role. I mean, I guess I could decide, like, do I want to clean the coffee pot right now or do I want to restock napkins? But at the end of the day, both have to be done.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's like they're just trying to give me the impression that I have power.
Uh-huh.
But I don't really. But it's okay because what else am I going to do when I'm running a coffee shop?
Yeah. Okay, so how does interacting with customers on a daily basis affect your work?
I think it's great. That's my favorite part of the
Yeah.
day. They're really nice. I see a lot of the same people every day. And you know what? You can really tell that people enjoy when they walk up and you know their order.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that they appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
And so I really like when I can do little things like that to make somebody's day a little better.
Okay.
I think I'm like starting their day off on a good foot.
That's good. Do you make them feel valued?
That's what I try to do because I appreciate that they're there and not at suck bucks.
Okay. Does your job feel secure?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I could work there as long as I wanted to.
And you mentioned that there were rewards for staying loyal to your company.
Yeah,
For
well,
you, or that was for the customers?
well, yeah, it's more for the customers,
Mhm.
but I am a customer. I Dunkin' Donuts through and through. It's like
Okay.
my veins are full of orange and pink.
Wow.
So I get my own rewards, but also anytime I'm on the clock, I get free coffee.
Okay.
So I only rack up those rewards when I'm not on the clock.
Oh, okay.
But we don't really get rewards for like.
Company loyalty or.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked there for 2 years and I haven't gotten a raise.
Oh wow.
So that's not good. And like I said, I'm pretty much the assistant manager.
Are there any conditions in your workplace that affect you, like temperature or noise level or the smell of the place? And do any of these conditions interfere with your performance on the job?
Well, I feel like sometimes, I mean, I'm smelling those wake up wraps all day, and sometimes I'm just so hungry, but I can't eat when I'm working. I can drink coffee though. And honestly, that's probably bad for my health. I was a 1 cup a day kind of gal before I started working there, and I mean, sometimes when I'm there, I'll realize that I've drunk 6.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. So, wait, what was the question?
It was, are there any conditions in your workplace, like temperature?
Oh, right. No, I guess it's pretty good. Like I said, it gets a little chilly sometimes when you're working the drive-through window. They usually keep it 72 in there, which I like. It's really a nice place. It's nice.
Okay, that's good.
You know what I don't like?
What?
There's only one bathroom. I do not like that because sometimes the customers come in and then I take my break and I need to go to the bathroom because I drink 6 cups of coffee and it's full.
Yeah.
And then what am I going to do? And there's not even a men's and a women's. There's one bathroom.
That's one of those.
I like that it's inclusive, but like give us 2. Give us stalls. Like come on, 1 toilet, 1 sink. I mean, there's a sink in the kitchen, but like 1.
Can you get around and reach things fine? And does your workspace impact your productivity in any way?
You know what, it does, but it's actually, I don't know if you've ever been in the back of a Dunkin' Donuts to check it out.
No.
But they have, their sandwich station is so efficient. Like we've got 1 drawer with eggs, 1 with bacon, 1 with ham. Bagels are right here, bread's here. And you could just have it all made. And I mean the same for the coffee, like the cream and stuff, it's all right there. So I think they actually like really put in some thought about productivity when they were making the space. One thing that's kind of gross though is the donuts are just exposed all the time. There's nothing covering them. So I mean it's kind of nasty, I think. But
do you think that's why they changed their name from Dunkin' Donuts to Dunkin'?
Because they don't want to showcase their donuts, maybe. Yeah, I've never understood that.
Okay. So how friendly is your workplace, and does the social atmosphere affect your mood and performance at work?
So I think the customers are mostly friendly.
Uh-huh.
I told you there's a lot of high schoolers that work there, and I feel like they just don't know. They're mad that their parents made them get a job. They don't know how to talk to people. They don't know how to be respectful. And so sometimes I feel like I'm kind of embarrassed because they're like being rude to the customers. They act like they're doing the customer a favor by getting their coffee. And that's just kind of embarrassing. So, if I see a regular customer come in and then some little like twit kid is being rude to them, that's kind of embarrassing. But the customers are friendly. I think sometimes our employees aren't as friendly as I would like for them to be. And if I had the actual title of assistant manager, I would shut that down.
Okay. So what equipment, tools, and supplies do you guys work with, and are they readily available and comfortable to use?
Well, we always have to wear our Dunkin' Donuts visor. I've got my name tag. I always have those in my car. I keep them in my glove box. I have that available. Our cash registers. Sometimes our credit card machines don't work. I'm sure you've experienced this with chip readers.
I have.
They don't always work, but I don't really know if that's Mark's fault, like the franchise owner. Obviously we use our coffee pots, our latte machines. We've got cups and wrappers and bags. Most of that stuff's pretty good though. We have it when we need it.
It's easy to use.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to use. We switched to these new coffee pots a while back.
Mm-hmm.
We've always used regular coffee pots, the glass ones with handles,
Mm-hmm.
But just recently, I guess they're trying to be fancy.
Mm-hmm.
So they switched to ones that just have, it's stationary, it stays right here, and it just has a little flip that you can into the cup.
Okay.
But that's actually kind of better. It's probably less hazardous. Like, they don't have to worry about me dropping the glass pot.
Right.
So it's probably better.
Yeah.
But it's just, getting used to new things is always tough. I'm not good. I don't like change.
Yeah. You like the status quo.
Yeah, I will stick to the status quo. Whoa.
Is your break room comfortable?
We don't have a break room.
Oh, you don't even have one.
So if I'm taking a break, I
Mhm.
could just go sit at a table out in the front. We don't really have a break. I told you, we
So
only
it's
have
not
one
closed
bathroom.
off.
It's kind of pressed for space.
Okay, so it's not closed off and private.
No, I mean, maybe I could go sit in like the refrigerator if I needed some privacy.
Oh,
But
you can go outside too, right?
yeah, there's a picnic table out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't smoke, but some of my
Oh.
coworkers go out the back door to smoke. But I
Oh.
would never go out there because that's gross. And they're high schoolers. They shouldn't even be smoking. They're probably not even smoking. They're probably vaping.
Oh.
Have you heard of the Juul pods?
I have.
I've heard they're really bad for you.
I have as well, yeah. So, are you proud of the stuff that you make, like the wake up wraps, the lattes that you mentioned?
Yeah. You know what really grinds my gears?
What?
When I get a sandwich
Mm-hmm.
and the cheese isn't on the middle.
It's not in the middle?
No. Like sometimes I'll go to McDonald's, I get a cheeseburger,
Yeah. Mhm.
here's the middle.
Yeah.
And I like to put pride. Like if I'm going to do it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do it right.
Right.
So I like to make things well. I want people to know that I did quality work.
Mhm.
And same thing, I'm trying to practice a little bit of latte art.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm working the drive-thru, it's not really that cool because I obviously have to put the lid on before I hand it out the window. But I'm actually thinking of doing a research study
Mm-hmm.
about so maybe I do like latte art of a heart, right? Maybe that makes somebody feel good. But then what if I do latte art of like a middle finger?
Mm-hmm.
Then that's going to be bad, right?
Right.
So I wanted to see if people do not know what kind of latte art I did,
Mm-hmm.
if it makes their coffee taste good or bad. Like if one with a heart tastes better than one with a middle finger. If they don't know, like if it actually affects the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I'm going to try to get funding for that study once I'm done with grad school.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Thanks.
So that's all the questions I have for you.
Okay, so can I show you how to sign up for that app now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right. Well,